Good morning. Oops. Good morning. Can everyone please find a seat so we can begin our program? I'll give you a minute. Good morning, awardees, graduates, advisors, families, faculty members, Dean Holtz, and the graduate school staff. I am Barbara Lewis, Director of Academic Administration here at the Graduate School, and I am thrilled that you are all here to celebrate our wonderful graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. Because of this difficult year, I have spoken with all of the graduates by phone or by email, and I am so glad to see people in person, so thank you for coming. Before we begin our program, I would like to mention a few housekeeping items. We will have a few distinguished speakers, followed by an awards ceremony. We will present the GSBMS graduates of the class of 2021, followed by the dean's concluding remarks. This evening at 7 p.m., you can watch the official virtual NYMC commencement event, where your degrees will formally be awarded. Much of today's program is pre-recorded in that event. However, some of the speeches may be different, such as the dean's address. A few words about safety. I know that in the last few weeks, there was a change in mask and distancing guidance for vaccinated individuals recommended by the CDC and adopted by New York State. Because we cannot verify all of our attendees' vaccination status and to ensure safety and comfort for all, we ask that you please wear masks and maintain distance during the event. You may remove masks when you take pictures after the event. However, please make sure that this is done only with your immediate party. We are also providing a takeaway lunch. For safety reasons, we cannot consume it in this tent. However, there are many picnic tables and benches around the campus green. Please make sure you only eat with your immediate party. We have a tradition of presenting gifts to each graduation awards recipient and a graduation gift from the dean to each GSBMS graduate. When we call your name, please proceed to receive your gift. At that time, you may remove the mask and walk onto the stage, and your family and friends can take pictures. Please re-mask upon exiting the stage. Once again, we are so grateful you are here. We hope you will enjoy celebrating this important milestone.
Good morning, graduates. Good morning, graduates. Yes. Welcome to our 2021 GSBMS Commencement Awards Ceremony and Celebration of Graduates. My name is Marina Holz. I am the Dean of the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences and professor here at New York Medical College. Today we're celebrating all of our 2020-2021 graduates. And we will also honor some of our outstanding award recipients, as well as a faculty honoree chosen by the Graduate Student Association. First of all, I would really, truly like to congratulate all of our graduates, all of our PhD degree recipients and master's degree recipients. Let's give you another round of applause. You deserve it. As Dean of the Graduate School, I often joke at orientation that if all goes well, after the orientation, the only other time you would see me would be at graduation. So this is the other time you see me, and I'm so happy to see you here today. Yeah. This is great. I also want to congratulate all the family members and friends that are here with our graduates. Thank you so much for supporting them during this time. You are so proud of them. They did an amazing job to end up here at the graduation event. I also want to thank all the NYMC faculty members, staff, and students that are here. We're so happy that we can finally see you in person. It's been a long while, so I hope we can all stick together and say hello after the ceremony. I am so happy to see many of my colleagues here. It is really outstanding work of all of our faculty and staff that ensures that our students complete their degrees, and I thank you for your dedication, especially when it was not easy to do. I also would like to thank the staff of the graduate school who made this event possible. And not only that, but they support our students even before their arrival on campus, throughout their time here, and also to ensure that they actually graduate. So I really want to thank everyone at the graduate school who works with our students and faculty. Barbara Lewis, who you already met, Valerie Romeo Messana, the Director of Admissions, and Catherine Yanko, the Admissions Recruiter and Advisor, our administrative staff, Marie Gomez and Barbara Gleason, and also our Assistant Deans, Dr. Ken Larea and Dr. Tatiana Chairs. I want to thank you so much. We will have two student speakers who will represent their respective master's and PhD classes. So first, I would like to introduce our first speaker, Caitlin Martins. Caitlin joined New York Medical College after earning her undergraduate degree in integrative neuroscience at Binghamton University. She earned her master's degree in basic medical sciences and has been accepted to medical school this fall. Her master's literature review was written on the digestive system, a primary target of destruction by SARS-CoV-2. It's a very timely topic. She had her primary advisor, Dr. Shaker Bakshi, and her reader was Dr. Francis Bellany. While enrolled in the master's program here at NYMC, Caitlin was also a frontline healthcare worker throughout the peaks of the pandemic at St. Francis Hospital in Roslyn, New York. It is my pleasure to welcome Caitlin Martins, our Masters of Science speaker.
Thank you, Dean Holtz. Good morning and welcome to administration, faculty, parents, relatives, and my fellow graduates. Despite the many obstacles placed in front of us over the last 2 years, we have made it to this moment, our master's commencement. This moment is the culmination of months of long study hours, thesis writing, and for many, volunteer work and clinical experiences in between buying toilet paper in bulk and teaching our families TikTok dances. It is a result of staying closely connected to our studies while 6 feet apart from everything else. We have worked and studied hard to get to this place right now, and you should all feel immense pride. Regardless of your next steps, this diploma has been well earned and will open doors of opportunities for you should you seek them. Graduation, however, is still just a stepping stone. Wherever the future takes you, let these accomplishments here today be the launching points for your future accomplishments. Though I am disappointed in the little time that I have been able to share with my classmates over the last year and a half, you have never ceased to inspire me with your strong work ethics, your scientific perspectives, and desire to go out and make the world better than you found it, even if all over Zoom and from behind a screen. I, like many of you, have known from a young age that I wanted to one day be a doctor. I knew when I graduated from my undergraduate college that I wanted to seek continued education in the sciences prior to applying to medical school. New York Medical College has pushed me academically and provided me the tools to succeed while allowing me to further my love and curiosity in medical sciences. I am forever grateful for this experience, as well as the lifelong friends I have made along the way. One thing that the COVID-19 pandemic has shown me, without a doubt, is that what the world needs now more than ever is hardworking individuals who believe in the powers of science and medicine. While many would expect this climate to make people shy away from entering into these fields, we have answered the call to help. We worked toward a better future at a time when no one knew what the future held. So whether your next steps are medical school, dental school, PA school, research, etc., I am excited to see where life takes us next, and I'm anticipating all of the incredible achievements and contributions that my peers will make to the futures of science and public health. Go and be inspired to change the world for the better. If we can survive those histology and cell biology exams, we're ready for anything. I'm already prouder just to know you and call you my peers, my colleagues, and my friends. Congratulations, class of 2021. Not all superheroes wear capes. Some of them graduated from New York Medical College. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Next, it is a pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Hannah Mulhall. Hannah joined New York Medical College as a PhD student in microbiology and immunology. She earned her bachelor's degree from Mount St. Mary College in Newburgh, New York, where she studied biology. Her hometown is in Holbrook, Long Island. Hannah studied under the direction of her advisor, Dr. Salomon Amar. Her dissertation, and bear it with me, I practiced several times, it's very complicated, just as her work. Akkermansia muciniphala ameliorates the host response to Piphiromonas gingivalis-induced experimental periodontitis. Hannah has served as first author on a number of published articles and has won several awards for her oral and poster presentations. Hannah plans for a career in the medical industry. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Hannah Mulhall.
If you were wondering, she said it correctly, so she nailed it. Thank you, Dr. Holtz, for your introduction. It's an honor to have been selected to be the PhD speaker and get to address the class of 2021, as well as some of our 2020 graduates. First, I'd like to say congratulations to our fellow graduates. This past year has had no shortage of hardships. You've all accomplished so much, and today's a day to celebrate that. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I'd also like to extend our profound appreciation to our families and friends. Without their unwavering support, this journey would not have been possible for many of us. I joined the PhD program at New York Medical College 6 years ago. In between graduate school and my undergraduate degree, I've spent nearly a decade in higher education. The biggest lesson I've learned during this time is that you need to find joy in your work. Now, I'm not saying you have to love every single day, because believe me, there are plenty of days where I do not love research. I've often left the lab feeling defeated. Experiments don't always go according to plan. Your results aren't what you expected them to be. There's always that third reviewer who doesn't think your paper is worthy of publication. And there's more self-doubt than I'm willing to admit. But some days, everything works out. Your experiments go according to plan. You can make sense of your data. And for a small bit of time, you've made this discovery that only you know about. And to me, that's the greatest feeling. It's why I continue to do what I do. Now, on average, we'll spend about a third of our lives at work. That's roughly 70,000 hours if I did the math correctly. Don't just spend this time going through the motions. Enjoy and take pride in what you do. Make a life for yourself, not just a living. My hope for all of us graduates is that we find a way to take what we are passionate about and turn it into a career, one that we can enjoy, most of the time. I hope that we will all have the support systems we need to achieve this. I've truly been fortunate to have my family who have supported me throughout my journey. Without my parents and my fiance, none of this would have been possible for me. I hope that we will all have mentors that will help to steer us in the right direction, to help us to make those tough decisions and encourage us to learn from our failures, because there will be plenty of failures. I'm so thankful for the many faculty members at New York Medical College, specifically those in the microbiology and immunology department and my mentor, Dr. Solomon Amar, who have taught me so much more than what it just is to be a scientist. The lessons I've learned at New York Medical College have shaped me into the person and the scientist that I am today, and I will carry them with me forever. In closing, again, I would like to say congrats to the graduating class. You made it, and good luck. I hope we all get to do what we love.
Thank you, Caitlin and Hannah. These were really outstanding thoughts, and I hope that you will continue with this in mind as you go forward with your professional lives. It is now time to present the Honored Faculty Award. At our annual Graduate Student Research Forum, the Graduate Student Association honors a faculty member who has been an important teacher and mentor to our students. And our faculty are really known for their personalized connections with students, and we really take pride in our faculty. This year, the 2021 Graduate Student Honor Faculty Award is presented to Dr. Brian Ratliff, who is Associate Professor of Physiology and Medicine. He's also the course director for physiology and the program director for the Accelerated Master's Program. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Brian Ratliff.
Hello, graduates of 2021. Let me start off by congratulating all of you for the many things that you have accomplished the last few years to get to this day and to this point in your life. It takes a lot of hard work to earn your master's and/or PhD, so I applaud all of you for what you have accomplished. And I implore you to take the time to be proud of yourselves. We only graduate so many times in life, so revel in this experience while it's here. In this speech, I'm supposed to reflect on my experiences with all of you. I could, of course, talk about the graduate physiology course that I am the director of here, which many of you, but not all of you, have taken during your time here at New York Medical College. But obviously, I do not have personal experiences with each and every one of you during your time here at NYMC. So this got me thinking. The vast majority of you are millennials or are Generation Z, with most of you around your mid-20s in age. While you guys are young and just at the beginning of your professional lives and careers, what your generation has already experienced as a whole will inevitably impact you as you immerse into your promising futures. I must admit, though, when I think about such overall generational life experiences, I'm often brought back to the many conversations that I used to have with my father. My father was born in the early 1930s. During his life, he witnessed many monumental moments in this world. He was born at the end of the Great Depression. He experienced the fears of World War II and the death of 75 million people that occurred during that horrible war. He witnessed the ushering in and eventual common use of cars, televisions, indoor toilets, commercial air travel. He watched mankind land on the moon. He was around for the civil rights and women's rights movements of the 1950s and 60s, and ultimately witnessed the innovation of computers and the internet. But what about you guys? What has your generation witnessed? What have you guys experienced in the last 25 years? I quickly realized you guys have experienced a tremendous amount yourselves already. While you were very young, many of you were still old enough to remember the terrorist attacks that occurred on September 11th in 2001, and how that changed the world forever. You have observed the wars that our country has fought in Iraq and Afghanistan as part of the war on terrorism. You and your families experienced the economic collapse of 2008. You witnessed the election of the first African-American president of the United States, the recent election of the first woman to the position of Vice President of the United States, the racial awakening in 2020, and of course, the COVID-19 pandemic. In the fields of science and medicine, the breakthroughs in the last 25 years have been astronomical. The entire human genome was finally mapped out in 2003, which set the stage for understanding and treatment of many different diseases. Continued advancement of stem cell therapy and hormone replacement therapies are now at a point that was never dreamed of 25 years ago. Death due to heart disease has dropped by 40% in the last 25 years. due to advances in medical technologies and treatments. The therapeutic strategies for individuals with HIV have also been improved drastically. For instance, in 1996, a 20-year-old with HIV very rarely lived to the age of 25. Now, in 2021, that same 20-year-old with HIV is expected to live well into their 70s. Yes, science has changed the world considerably in the last 25 years. We now have 3D printing of body parts, the construction of artificial bladders, the generation of the artificial pancreas, and even the creation of a bionic eye that has the potential to give sight to the blind. Indeed, this is an exciting time to be alive and to witness all these marvelous medical breakthroughs and scientific advancements. But much work is still needed in the area of medical breakthroughs, and it is all of you that we depend on to make those new discoveries and to make the new medical advancements that we still need. Many of you will go on to pursue careers in science in some regard, perhaps in research, perhaps in education, or in some other science-related field. Others of you will go on to become physicians and dentists. It is all of you that will dictate how science will continue to evolve and all the new breathtaking discoveries that will occur in the future in the next 40 to 50 years. Will we have a cure for cancer and Alzheimer's? Will an amputee be able to regrow a missing limb? Will treatments for mental illness be improved? Will the cost of health insurance and healthcare continue to rise, making it increasingly difficult for the average American to afford? These are just a few examples of the many obstacles and questions that you guys will face and attempt to resolve. And as you set out to accomplish what has never been accomplished before, let's not forget the words of Walt Disney, who said, "If you dream it, you can achieve it." Going back to the instructions that I was given for the speech, it was recommended that I offer you guys some wisdom for the future. Now, I am by no means the ideal person to be giving advice to someone just starting off on their future endeavors. But I will try, and thus I will give you my 5 secret tips, and I hope will help you to become successful in the future and to attain what it is that we all desire, happiness. And yes, I have 5. Number 1, exercise. You might be wondering, why is exercise even on this list? Our health and the health of those around us is very important. It's essential. Many say that without our health, what else do we have? Yes, exercise increases endorphins and enkephalins in our body, which gives us that feel-good feeling. But also, the therapeutic benefits of exercise are phenomenal. Exercise has a profound effect on both the prevention and treatment of over 35 different chronic conditions and diseases. For example, exercise has been shown to dramatically reduce the risk for Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, pulmonary disease, arthritis, and even cancer. In regard to cancer, it is estimated that over 7 million lives could be saved each year if exercise was simply more widely adopted. Our society has constantly been in search of the magic pill that cures us of disease and allows us to live long, healthy lives. It sounds like that magic pill is actually exercise. It is estimated that exercise can reduce the occurrence of many chronic diseases by almost 85%, while the best that pharmacological prophylaxis offers is just a 34% reduction in risk. So please exercise. Number 2, be caring, compassionate, and respectful. I think this is great advice for life in general. Having these exact attributes are a great testament to our character. Too many times, people are just simply too inconsiderate and not caring for others. Last year in 2020, with all the adverse events that occurred in our country, we saw the goodness of many people, but we also saw the evil of people as well. The world can always use more love, compassion, and understanding. And as it turns out, these same attributes can help you be successful and achieve your goals in the professional world. We need people in our lives, and we need people to help us succeed in life. Treating people with kindness, understanding, and respect will truly allow you to connect with others, to make friends, to gain important contacts in the professional world, and help you accomplish what it is you set out to do. So don't burn bridges. Be a good person, treat others with respect. Being kind to others helps us on so many different levels, both professionally, personally, and in all of our relationships. So simply put, be good to people. Number 3, be determined and persevere. Without a doubt, all of you are going to fail at various things in your life. It's just the way it is. Embrace your failures and don't let failing get in the way of succeeding. It is when you fail that you really learn, not only about whatever it is that you failed at, but also about yourself. You must continue to believe in yourself. History is stacked full of notable people that have failed many times in their lives before achieving something truly marvelous and outstanding. For example, Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV anchor job before later going on to become the billionaire TV mega superstar and an inspiring icon that she is today. Elvis Presley was fired and told he never had a chance to make it in music after his first performance at the Grand Ole Opry in Tennessee. Later on, Elvis became the musical legend that we all know him to be. Stephen King saw his first novel rejected 30 times by publishers before going on to become one of the best-selling novelists of all times. But probably the greatest example of persistence is Abraham Lincoln. If you want to learn about somebody who didn't quit, look no further. Born into poverty, Lincoln was faced with defeat throughout his life. He lost 8 elections, twice failed in business, and suffered a nervous breakdown. He could have quit many times, but he didn't, and because he didn't quit, he became perhaps the greatest president in the history of our country. Just imagine what we would have lost if these great individuals had not persevered, remained determined, and continued to believe in themselves when others did not. Yes, we all fail. One final example is Michael Jordan, who is considered by many to be the greatest basketball player to have ever lived. Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team as a teenager and even missed 26 game-winning shots during his NBA career. But he still went on to win 6 real championships. And it is Jordan who sums up failure when he said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Number 4, have a plan and goals in life. This gives you something to work towards and will help you develop a blueprint on how to reach your dreams. Having a plan to achieve success is paramount. And yes, have more than just one plan with your life, have multiple backup plans. As I just mentioned, we will all fail at many things in life, but that by no means makes us failures. When I was young and naive growing up in Virginia, my plan A was to become a quarterback in the NFL. That obviously didn't work out. So fortunately, I had a plan B, which was to become a rock star. Well, that didn't work out neither. My plan C was to become a millionaire entrepreneur. Again, I failed at that. But thank goodness for my D plan, which was to get my PhD in biomedical sciences and pursue research and medical education. I'm now a research scientist and professor here at New York Medical College, a position in which I am able to interact and educate numerous bright, intelligent young people with such promising futures who will undoubtedly shape the future of our country. And although it was not my first plan, or not even my second or third plan for my life, it took me a while, but I've realized that this is where I was always meant to be. And finally, number 5, pray. Achieving great things in life, accomplishing the improbable, believing in yourself when no one else does, and coming on top, and succeeding in the end. Well, that seems to always require a little bit of good luck and some divine intervention. So those are my 5 tips for success and happiness. To all you, congratulations, and congratulations to the class of 2021. You made it, and now your journey really begins. I wish you all the best of luck, much prosperity, and an abundance of happiness in your promising futures. And that's all I got.
That was great. You can notice several things. One, it is really abundantly clear why Dr. Ratliff was chosen by the Graduate Student Association. He is an amazing mentor, and he has a lot of wisdom. And 2, he can notice that he's a card-carrying physiologist that provides a lot of citations for his work. That was a truly great speech. Thank you, Dr. Ratliff. Now it is my great pleasure to present the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences Commencement Awards to a group of our outstanding graduates. You are nominated for your respective awards by your advisors and program directors because they found your work superlative among many of your talented peers. Your academic accomplishments and your service to the community have not gone unnoticed. So we're going to call the awardees, but remember that when we call your name, please proceed to receive your award. Leave your mask at your seat because we want you to be able to take a picture with your award, and we don't want the mask dangling in the picture. If you want to keep your mask on, feel free to do that as well. And after that, you can proceed and be seated again. All right? So let's go. Our first award is the Martha Lucas Spade PhD Award. Established by the Board of Trustees in memory of Martha Lucas Spade, PhD, trustee of the college, this award is given annually to one or more graduate students who have demonstrated academic excellence and leadership in social and humane concerns in medicine, science, and health. And this year, the award goes to Dr. Kevin Agostinucci, PhD. We're still adjusting to the new reality of shake hands, no shake hands, but I mentally shake everybody's hand. Our second award is the Graduate Faculty Council Award, awarded to a PhD recipient. The Graduate Faculty Council Award is presented annually to one or more PhD graduates who have a record of high academic achievement and have best demonstrated noteworthy creativity and scholarship in biomedical research. This year, the award is presented to Dr. Hannah Mulhall, PhD. We have another Graduate Faculty Council Award. This award goes to the recipient of an MD PhD degree. The Graduate Faculty Council Award is presented annually to an MD PhD graduate who have demonstrated a record of high academic achievement and noteworthy creativity and scholarship in biomedical research. And this year, the award recipient is Dr. Alexander Mogadam, MD PhD. Next, I want to present the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences Graduate Faculty Council Award for master's degree. This award is presented annually to one or more graduates who have a record of high academic achievement and demonstrated excellence in scientific writing, critical analysis, and scholarship. We have 3 award recipients for master's literature review. Madeline Gao. Madeline couldn't be here today, but let's give her a round of applause. Rebecca Kindler, Masters of Science. And Caitlin Martins, Master of Science. Our final award is the Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences Community Service Award. This award is presented to graduate students in a Masters of Science program who has achieved academic excellence excellence and has best exhibited the qualities of collegiality, generosity of spirit, and concern for the well-being of others, and unselfish efforts on behalf of fellow students, the college community, or the greater community outside of the college. This year, the award goes to Caitlin Gaudio, Master of Science. Congratulations to all of our award recipients. Next, we're going to present all of our graduates, and I call on Barbara Lewis, Director of Academic Administration, to call the awardees and the graduates.
It is my privilege to present the GSBMS graduates, class of 2021. I'm first going to call the candidates for the Masters of Science degree. And I'm going to call each program as a group, and I'll ask you to assemble by the staircase here. First, let me call the Masters of Science in Basic Medical Sciences. Can you please assemble here? Thank you. Master of Science in Basic Medical Sciences, Matthew Harold Brandenburg. Caitlin Mary Gaudio. Lillian Huang. Rama Ahmad Ibrahim. Julia Noel Khan. Rebecca Kindler. Caitlin Martins. Rochelle Mendonça. Brianna Alicia Monserrate. Brian William Morrissey. Mary Thomas. Next, we will call the Master of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Master of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, Saqlain Javed. Next, we will call the Master of Science in Clinical Laboratory Sciences. Master of Science in Clinical Laboratory Sciences, Kristen Julia Grumblatt. Elizabeth Fernandez Hidalgo. Next, we will call candidates for the Master of Science in Microbiology and Immunology. Please assemble. Master of Science in Microbiology and Immunology, Anthony John Santone. Alexander John Constantine. Ezdahar Abdul Rauf Ghazal. Kevin Mark Kania. Next, we will call our candidate from the Masters of Science in Physiology. Master of Science in Physiology, Pamela Pepino Wood. Next, I will call PhD candidates. Can all PhD candidates please assemble? Juan Arturo Ascona, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, PhD. Alexander Amir Mogadam, MD, PhD, Cell Biology. Hannah Mulhall, PhD, Microbiology and Immunology. Kevin Agostinucci, PhD in Pharmacology. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
This was great, wasn't it? I am so happy that we're able to have this special day together, and this is truly remarkable milestones. Because just a few weeks ago, I didn't think that we could have an in-person graduation event. So I'm so tremendously happy to see you all here, and I want to extend a special message of gratitude to all the families that were able to support our graduates, and we're so happy that we're able to have some of you here today to support and celebrate with all of us. I know that everybody is proud of our graduates, and you all really truly deserve this moment to celebrate your achievements as you transition to the next step of your professional lives. This has been a remarkable year in many ways. And I just remember when I was thinking about what I was going to say today, I was remembering last year when I was conducting this very ceremony from my home. We're in the middle of the lockdown in the tri-state area, and like you, I'm sure you also felt despair, uncertainty about the future, loss of professional identity, you're missing family and friends, and there was just so much suffering and deaths all around, and it was really a hard time. But at the same time, while many of us, me included, were struggling to find our footing, what was happening is that around the world, there are many smart and competent people who got to work instead of despairing. And they knew that the world actually depended on them and their ingenuity and their hard work. And almost on day one, several teams around the world started working on developing vaccines for COVID-19. And before the year's end, the first doses were administered. What a tremendous, remarkable achievement of science, right? Today, almost half of the US population have received vaccinations. And all of you who were vaccinated contributed to our ability to have this event today, so I thank you all who are vaccinated. And those of you who have not yet been, please make your appointments. Rest assured that the vaccines are safe and effective, and they are truly our path forward to our normal life or our new normal life. We also have to be thankful to the smart, competent people who developed sensitive tests and effective treatments that reduced hospitalizations and death rates and promoted survival. Here at the graduate school, I am so grateful to our smart and competent faculty and staff who figured out almost overnight how to transition to delivering lectures online, using these new virtual platforms. Our admissions office made arrangements to review applications remotely. We graduated the 2020 class, conducting online orientation, and welcomed our new fall 2020 semester. And all of you graduates are here today because you also got to work. You did not despair. You continued with your educational plans because you knew what you had to do. Despite the terrible circumstances, you are hopeful for the future even though it wasn't easy. And you are here receiving your degrees because you are smart and competent people. So as you leave us and you move on to the next phase of your professional lives, please remember that you can always be that smart and competent person that others can rely on. And in any setting, any career you're choosing, in the operating room, in the classroom, or in the boardroom, always ask yourselves, how can I use the critical thinking and problem-solving skills that I honed here at the graduate school to make a difference in my chosen career? How can the scientific training I received during my graduate studies promote scientific literacy and good health practices and to fight disinformation in my own community? Science is often thought of as a lonely enterprise. We often describe scientists in popular literature or popular culture either as toiling on obscurity or standing on a pedestal because of one remarkable discovery. But you know better. You're all scientists, and you know that science is a collaborative enterprise. It's a hard work of many people and teams around the world, across disciplines and across geographies. Being a scientist goes beyond working in a lab or analyzing data on a computer. Being a scientist means that you have innate curiosity and you have passion for discovery. I hope that during your time here you formed deep friendships that will last you a lifetime. And I also hope that you develop meaningful relationships with your professors and advisors, connections that will last you throughout your professional lives and will continue not only as mentors, but also as colleagues. You, our graduates, are our ambassadors to your generation of leaders. You will go forth with principles of scientific rigor, compassion, and commitment to ethical practices. You will be deeply engaged with the world around you. And I hope that you will all contribute to a bright future. I really want to thank you for choosing New York Medical College and spending your time here and contributing to the graduate school community. And again, congratulations, graduates. So thank you all for joining us this morning. This concludes our celebration. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had too. I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and please stay in touch with the graduate school. Keep us informed of your achievements and where you end up. And before we end, I ask all the graduates to come up front so we take a group photo, and we'll provide you with some directions on how to assemble. After that, please make sure to go to the back to collect your lunches, and you can also take additional pictures around the stage, and there's also an area set up for pictures as well. Thank you.